It's Mr. J.
It's Mr. H.
And we're the Masked Skippers. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk you through our top 4 tips for improving your skipping technique if you're a beginner. So the top 4 things that I wish that we knew when we first started skipping, that will definitely improve your skipping if you take on board these 4 things.
Now I think the first step of skipping is not to have a rope actually, is to try and practice your leg movement and your jumping without the distraction of a rope. So we're thinking about maybe jumping 2 feet together, have your knees slightly bent as you're jumping, don't jump too high, so your toes are just lifting off the ground there. And if you see people skip on videos and they're doing all these tricks, you can actually try some of those steps, whether it's heel taps, whether it's crossovers, whether it's side to side. The most important thing, just get used to that bouncing. And eventually, you can almost mirror that you're holding a rope and just get into that action of actually skipping, but without the distraction of a rope.
Brilliant top tip. That was definitely something that's improved my skipping no end.
That helped me at the beginning of my journey of skipping as well.
So, part 2, top tip 2, is now you're a bit more confident with doing some single jumps, I want you to really think about a 4-count rhythm, okay? So as you jump and you develop your skip, I want you to say out loud to begin with, Mr. J, to count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then bring it into a skip,
1,
same
2,
rhythm.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And eventually, okay, you will develop this and you'll be just saying it in your head rather than out loud. And you just really focus on that rhythm. That rhythm is really important, whatever footwork you do. If you remember the 4 count,
1, 2, 3, 4, 1,
it fits
2,
anything
4,
you do
1,
when you
2,
skip.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is such a great suggestion, Mr. H. I love that idea of counting 1, 2, 3, 4 just to get that rhythm going. And that certainly helped me when I first started. The next thing, which I notice a lot of beginners do, is they sort of jump with their knees far too high and using their arms going over their heads as well. Now that uses loads and loads of energy. It's not very efficient. As you can see, Mr. H is really tired after just doing 3 or 4 bounces there. So this time, it's quite a good idea when you do skipping is to have your jumps slightly smaller. So on the balls of your feet, and the rope is just clearing your feet down. Now, it's quite tricky sometimes. You might get caught up a lot. But if you notice, Mr. H's hands are quite close to his body there, and he's just jumping above the ground.
It's almost like a competition to see if you can do the smallest jumps possible on your tiptoes. Good one.
That's brilliant. Excellent.
Really good technique that.
Yeah.
Also, I see a lot of children trying to do a double jump in between their skips.
So you want to try, if you can, if Mr. H can demonstrate, just do a single jump.
I can't do it twice.
So that's what we're trying to do. So we find that quite difficult to do. And as we said before, it uses a lot of energy, getting that extra bounce in there. Just do single jumps each time, and you'll find that a lot easier.
Top tip number 4, okay? Now you're developing your small skip jumps. The last thing that I see in the top tip I give a lot of people is trying to keep your arms as close to your body as you possibly can. Now this is where you may have to watch Mr. Jones's earlier video which tells you about the rope length. If the rope is at the right length, your arms should be nice and tucked in your body and it shouldn't be going too high over your head.
If you go wide, you sometimes get caught up because actually the rope is shorter going over your legs, where if it's down towards your sides there, you're actually going to get a nice angle over your body there. So
this time when you jump, Mr. J, I want you to really concentrate on keeping that rope close to your body and tucked in.
So get my rhythm going. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Actually, that feels so much more comfortable, Mr. H, actually.
You look so much more relaxed. And what that forces you to do is to stay nice and upright, okay? If your arms are up here, sometimes you have the tendency to lean forward. Arms nice and close to your body. It takes a bit of practice. You may have to shorten your rope. They are the 4 top tips from the Masked Skippers.
Naturally, that felt so much different. Having it close to my body, it felt comfortable. I felt I could keep going for a long time. So I hope these tips are useful for you at home. Keep practicing. If you practice regularly, day by day, you will get better. You will get more confidence. Let us know how you get on. Send us a message. Take care, everybody, from the Master Skippers. Bye-bye.
Until next time.